talk about a space station rat. This novel was written by Michael J Daley, and it was read by Daniel Bostick. Now, when I say read by, well, I've been holding it one of my e-readers whenever I make these, but that's not the case this time because for this book, I listened to it. I don't have a paper or ebook version of this book. I listened to it. So I got it off Humble Bundle, and I wasn't sure what to expect because I sometimes just buy those almost out of impulse, and I don't even really like look at what it's going to be about. So what this book is about is a rat ends up on a space station. The rat was being experimented on, being taught various skills and whatnot, and then the rat escapes, goes into a crate, and then ends up going into a space station. It's kind of humorous because it's a children's novel, but if you read between the lines in a few parts, the rat is taught like espionage and how to be a spy and stuff like that. But that's not how the rat, or that's not why the rat is in space. It's in space because it went on the wrong crate. Now, the main character after him is a boy named Jeff. And Jeff doesn't want to be in space. His parents are doing various experiments and whatnot in space. And, he's just stuck up there for the ride. And he'd rather be on Earth. And there's this robot that they call Nanny that kind of just watches after him, and he really can't stand Nanny. So the rat sort of uses the boy to help him get food, and then people end up finding out that there is a rat aboard the ship, and they try to get the rat, and then towards the end of the novel, the rat kind of helps out the people, so sort of. Well, I think I've given quite a bit of it away, and it is a short novel. I think it was less than 4 hours to listen to it. When I've had to read things out loud, I think I could be kind of monotone, and I'm not as good at conveying as much emotion as I probably should have. And I really admire what the reader was able to do. I mean, he it's only one person who reads it, but you would swear at moments that it was another voice actor that reads some of the other characters whenever we're listening to a dialogue between two or more characters at a time. And yeah, it was really great listening. So so on the computer, what I'll show you in a minute is I'll show you three different parts in the novel. And and the three parts are, the first one is Jeff is talking to the captain. That's the first part. Then I'll show you a part where Jeff is messaging his pen pal. And then the third part is Jeff is telling his family about his pen pal. Now, the reason I've decided to show these three parts is because you can hear the dialogue and how well the author can shift between him reading dialogue of one character, him just reading the narration, and then him reading another character. And then I've also chosen these three parts because they're a little bit earlier in the novel. So so I'm not giving away too much of the plot and that kind of thing. Yeah. Hope you enjoy. See you in a second. So this is the first of three parts I'd like to show here. Jeff is jogging in one of the higher gravity parts of the ship. The captain sees him. The captain scolds him. I'll play about a minute of the novel here, and you'll see how well it's read.
Captain did not like being in high gravity parts of the space station. It made him feel his weight. It made him grumpy.
Where's the fire, huh?
Boots are too big. Jeff shifted into a squat and yanked the straps as tight as they would go.
That's no excuse for running, is it? What if I was carrying acid and you ran into me? It's dangerous running.
What could he say?
Where's your emergency mask?
Jeff patted his hip. The space station was under meteor alert. He was supposed to carry the emergency oxygen mask in case a meteor punctured the station. I had it a minute ago. It must have fallen off.
While you were running. Another reason not to.
Jeff had to agree. Meteors made him nervous. They were.
This is the second part I'd like to show. This is in the fourth chapter. Jeff is emailing his pen pal, which happens to be the rat. I like how the author is also able to read the email addresses and whatnot on here really well. It really blends in really well, and it doesn't take you out of it whenever you read, URLs or names of emails and stuff. It's really great. So I'm going to play this part for about a minute, and yeah, let's take a listen.
Breakfast. To Jeff at spotseeker.orbit. From new friend at home.earth. Subject, pen pal. A space station is very unusual. What is it like? Do you walk on the ceiling? What do you eat? I'm glad you want a pen pal. The boy came back from breakfast. He carried a plate of crackers with peanut butter on them. He munched them while he typed. Rat hoped he would not eat all the crackers. 2. New friend at home.earth. From Jeff at spotseeker.orbit. Subject, you wrote back. Hi again. You took so long, I worried I flunked unusual. We walk on the floor. Deck, we call it. The space station is like a big donut.
So this is the third and final part of the novel that I'd like us to listen to. What I like about this part is that we're actually going to hear dialogue from four different characters, and you know how well the reader, Daniel Bostick, is able to read out the dialogues of four characters all in one chapter and one scene, all bunched together. It's much better than I'd be able to do it myself. Yeah. So right here, Jeff tells his family about his pen pal.
Nanny is concerned, said Nanny. The boy is spending 62.3% of his time in his room. Nanny cannot go into his room. Nanny does not know what the boy is doing. The boy said, I'm emailing. I've got a pen pal. Oh, darling, that is nice, said the mother. She glanced at her watch. What a relief you found something to occupy you just now. There's less than 24 hours until solar maximum. The father said, It's so exciting, Jeff. You should come to the lab and see. We're about to look into the heart of the sun. The boy flushed red. Don't you want to know about my pen pal?
Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you've enjoyed, watching, listening, hearing me summarize and tell you about this novel. If you get a chance to read or listen to it yourself, I think you'd really like it. So with that, hope you've enjoyed. Bye.